Good morning. I am out slowly walking, which is hard for me, as a part of doing all my physical therapy and rehabbing my knee. And talking about slowly, I'll tell you that I've been told by multiple people, my physical therapist, by the surgeon, all kinds of people, that the recovery time for this procedure that I had on my knee is 6 weeks. All right, I know that. 6 weeks, right? 6 weeks is what it's gonna take. But I know that as of the day that I had surgery, that 2.5 weeks after that, that I would be going to France with a couple of friends, including my physical therapist, which is awesome because God is amazing. I'm going to be heading to France for 8 days right after Easter, and that is to plan a pilgrimage that will be next year. So if you want to go to France, start praying about it now. So 6 week recovery time, and I knew 2.5 weeks from the surgery is when I was going to be going to France. And so the very first day of physical therapy, which was day 1 of recovery, because it's the day right after the surgery, my buddy was like, yeah, he's like, it's working really well. Like, you have more motion already, more range of motion than people normally do coming out of the surgery. So I'm like, all right, I'm doing good, right? Already I'm being told you're doing better, right? Something is better than the norm. I'm like, all right, awesome. This is going to be great. In my mind, the entire time, I'm thinking to myself, I have 2.5 weeks, 2.5 weeks to get my knee to a point where it's not going to be like bothering me and holding me back in France. Right? And so then each time that I go and it's going well and I'm being told like, yeah, you should be in a really good place for this, I'm like, awesome. You know what number I started focusing on? 2.5 weeks. You know what number I wasn't focused on at all? 6 weeks. Right? And I started to get this subconsciously, this expectation. Sorry, it's windy. I'm not crying. I started to get this expectation that, like, subconsciously, without even thinking it, this expectation that, okay, I'm going to be able to walk without pain, right? Whenever there are aches and pains that come with any sort of recovery, I'm like, oh my gosh, no, this is a setback. How am I going to be ready for France if this happens? Okay, yeah, I happen to be going to France in the middle of the recovery. But I was still told it's going to take 6 weeks. So you know what it's going to take? It's going to take 6 weeks. I think a lot of times in life, the expert of experts, God, can have in his mind, it's going to take 6 weeks for something, whatever it is to happen in our lives. And we can often get in our heads like, yeah, cool, but I want it to take 2.5 weeks. And so I need it to take 2.5 weeks. And we can get so fixated on that when things aren't going in line with our timeline, even though they're going exactly the way they're supposed to go, exactly the way God knows it's going to go, exactly the way the healing needs to happen, we can say to ourselves like, oh no, this isn't good, this is so terrible. And we can get really off. We can even maybe be like, God, like, where are you at? And God's like, yeah, I told you it's going to take time, right? I need to just say, what can I do each day to unite myself with the Lord, to go through this process of healing, and let it take the 6 weeks. And just to trust that, you know what, if I heal in 6 weeks, that means that every single day along the way, I've been healing. Even if it's taken longer than I want or not gone in the way that I want. And even if my knee starts hurting, that doesn't mean that I can't still be allowing the Lord to bring healing to my mind and to my heart. Which, I'll say right now, when recovery is hard. It's hard work. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. It hurts. I can't, psychologically, right? Like, I can't do the things that I normally do right now. And not only is that stressful here, but it's also stressful here because like I can't do my normal stress relievers like running or just like lots of things are off. But the Lord wants to bring healing in so many ways. And the only way that God can bring healing is if we say, Lord, I trust in you. And I ask you just to carry me through this. And I know that you're going to be with me, holding me close. So whatever you're dealing with, whatever you're going through right now, let go of your timeline, let go of your expectations, hand it over to the Lord and receive whatever it is that He desires to give, trusting that He will steadily, even if it's slowly, He will steadily move you along the path that you need to move to complete healing and restoration. Have a great day, and God bless you.